That banana peel going in the bin right now could grow 100 pepper plants for free. This is a full system for growing pepper plants from scratch. No budget, no experience, no problem. Stick with this to the end and there will be a solid, practical picture of how to go from a single pepper to dozens of strong, productive plants using nothing but things that were already going in the bin. The very first step is one most people either rush through or just get plain wrong. And one mistake here is enough to mess up everything that follows. So start with a pepper. Any pepper. I mean, colour is completely irrelevant. Red, orange, yellow, green, it makes zero difference to how things turn out. The variety does not matter either. Hot or mild, long or round, big or small. The technique works across every type, without exception. The one thing that actually matters is that the fruit is fully ripe and in solid condition. No soft patches, no mould, nothing odd going on with the skin. A ripe, healthy fruit produces seeds that are far more likely to actually sprout. And that difference is what separates a tray full of seedlings from a container that just sits there doing nothing for 2 weeks. Cut the pepper cleanly in half and look straight at the core. The seeds sit tight around the central column. A small knife or a pair of tweezers gets them out cleanly without any damage. One thing worth knowing, if the seeds are not going into the soil right away, let them dry flat on a clean surface for a day or two first. Then store them somewhere cool and dry. Damp seeds, sealed in a container, go mouldy fast. And mouldy seeds are done. Now here is the part that, kind of surprises most people the first time. One average pepper holds somewhere between 50 and 100 seeds. That is enough for an entire growing season from a single piece of fruit that would have gone straight in the bin. Banana peels are packed with phosphorus and potassium, two minerals that plants, need most right at the very start. Phosphorus drives root development from the moment germination kicks in. Potassium builds strong structure as the plant gets going. Most people have heard that banana peels are good for plants. I mean, it gets said everywhere. But leaving them buried whole in the soil or just sitting loose on the surface is slow and patchy. This approach cuts straight to it. Collect a few banana peels, fresh ones or ones that are already starting to go dark. Both work perfectly. Lay them flat and let them dry out completely. A few days at room temperature is usually enough, maybe a bit less if there is a warm spot available. The target is fully dry and brittle all the way through, not soft or bendy at any point. Once they are there, blend the peels into a fine dark powder. The darker and more completely dried the peels, the more concentrated the powder comes out, which means more nutrients going directly to the roots. Mix that powder into regular potting soil, roughly 1 part banana powder to 3 parts soil. And what comes out is a growing mix that starts working from the first day germination happens. Seedlings started in this stuff come up faster and grow stronger than ones started in plain potting mix. And look, 1 week of saving regular banana peels gives more than enough material to prep a full seed bed. Zero extra cost, barely any extra effort. With the soil sorted, the next decision is the container. And the best option costs nothing and is almost certainly sitting in the recycling bin right now. Cardboard tubes, the kind from inside toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls, are, one of the most slept on seedling containers there is. They are the right size for one seedling, they are free, and here is the thing that actually matters, they are fully biodegradable. That last point is what puts them ahead of most plastic seedling cells. When transplant time comes, the whole tube goes straight into a bigger pot, cardboard and all. No need to pry the root ball loose. No transplant shock from roots getting disturbed. The cardboard just breaks down in the soil on its own over a few weeks. No intervention needed, no residue, nothing to pull out later. To set each tube up, fold one end shut and tape both sides so the base holds firmly. Fill it with the banana soil mix, pressed in gently, not packed down so hard that water cannot drain through. Then push 3 seeds in, each one about half a centimetre below the surface. 3 per tube is the way to go here, and it is simple. Germination is never a guarantee, and even perfectly good seeds sometimes just do not come up. 3 seeds per container gives a strong shot at getting at least 1, and in a lot of cases 2 or even all 3 pop up, a situation that gets handled properly in the next step. Once the seeds are in the ground, what happens over the next few days decides everything, whether they come up clean and fast or stall out and go nowhere. Right after planting, water every container thoroughly. I mean really thoroughly. The soil needs to be soaked all the way through, not just dampened across the top layer. A small spray bottle is the right tool here, spreading water evenly without washing the seeds out of position. After that first proper soak, the daily job is simple. Keep the soil moist. Check every single day. The moment the surface starts to feel even slightly dry to the touch, water again. The target is consistently damp throughout, not sitting in water, not cycling between wet and bone dry. Getting that balance wrong in either direction causes problems. Too wet before germination and mould becomes a real issue. Too dry and the seed dries out before the root has a chance. For placement, a bright spot with good indirect light is what to aim for. A windowsill that picks up morning light but avoids the strong afternoon sun works really well. Direct sunlight at this stage heats up the surface too much, dries the soil out way too fast, and can knock back young seedlings before they have built up any strength. Temperature at night matters too. A spot that drops cold will slow germination down significantly. Within around 10 days, the first shoots will start pushing through small green tips, then the first rounded seed leaves opening out over the next day or two. That is the moment to move on to the next step. That first seedling is great to see, but it is just the beginning. And what comes next is the part most people push back on hardest, even though skipping it leaves the whole batch weaker. Once the seedlings are up and the first seed leaves are fully out, look at each container. If more than one seedling came up in the same tube, and, that is pretty common, only one gets to stay. Pick the one that looks the most upright and the most solid. The others have to go. Actually go. It feels wrong every single time. It looks wasteful, like cutting out something that actually worked. But leaving multiple seedlings in one container means all of them slow down, competing for the same limited resources in a space designed for one. The end result is a cluster of weak, stunted plants instead of one strong one. Remove the unwanted seedlings by cutting at soil level with a small pair of scissors. Never pull them out by the root, because pulling disturbs the soil and can wreck the roots of the one being kept. After that, keep watering consistently and hold the same light conditions. When the plant reaches around 10 centimetres tall, it is ready to move into a bigger pot, something around 30 centimetres in diameter, giving the root system enough room to spread out and really build. Around the 3-month mark from germination, the first flower buds start showing up. Each flower that gets pollinated by insects when the plant is sitting outside, or by hand indoors using a small brush to move pollen between flowers, turns into a fruit. And each of those fruits, holds enough seeds to run the whole process from the beginning again at zero cost. Peppers grown from seed and left to ripen fully on the plant taste noticeably better than anything from a supermarket shelf. And if you want to see more zero-cost growing methods like this one, subscribe.